Hey people, Inquisitor here, 2v2, Calderis Refinery blue team. Haidran plays a Lictor alpha melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt with some awesome offense and a bit of support too. Alongside Marutectz is a plague champion, starts off range combat with a damage of a time bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but is very slow and smelly. This is the Death Guard elite scheme. Red team, Hobbes-San, also known as Chaos Librarian, plays a Force Commander, very good offense. Can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs, fights in melee combat, some Blood Ravens here. And rounding off the teams is FiSH as an Inquisitor, offensive commander, lots of great control abilities, a bit of support in there too, begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons. West side, we've got Lictor Alpha versus the Force Commander and Plague Champion up against the Imperial Guard player on the east side. Multi-laser turret is up already, just about covering the VP. Nicely placed actually, because it covers this approach here, and that thing will whittle down heretics pretty damn nicely. You might get some noise marines up against Imperial Guard and turrets over there. Here comes the Lictor Alpha as the highest starting melee DPS, I believe. It's around 50 or 60 DPS he does. Pretty nasty, especially combined with that flesh hook. Here comes the Force Commander, looking to battle cry himself in amongst those double Hormagaunts, triple Hormagaunts up for Haidran here. Can support them with the Pheromone Cloud, of course. Kicking off on the east side, some Nurgle worship. Heretics firing their pistols. Moving into the Inquisitor there. Should have perhaps gone after the double Guardsmen to suppress them, but maybe didn't want to get close to that turret. Inquisitor tanking pretty damn well, leading the line very well. Might go down though. It was way too slow to retreat, and she does go down. That is a player mistake. Plague Champion all the while shooting in from the flank. Needs to get into cover now. Single cap for blue team. Now he gets into cover, and here come Chaos Space Marines to force melee combat. No, just getting behind the cover of these pipe type things, which I think are heavy cover. Should continue pushing here, Marutectz. Shouldn't let them get away. Get behind the heavy cover of the walls and outshoot them. Hormagaunts take mid. West side is being pushed back by the Space Marines, noding this contested power. And it is a good idea to get them noded quickly. The two contested powers on this map can make a real difference in a 2v2. That's +6. +12 if you get both of them. Plague Champion out of cover, taking tons of damage, not sure what he's playing at. Cover right there to use, now he's using it. Here comes some heretics. Some Nurgle worship and noise marines on the field. They will absolutely decimate these guards and make short work of that turret also. Heretics in amongst two of them. FiSH very slow to react there. Now he switches the target of the turret. Could have done that a little bit earlier, but now the turret's going to go down if he hasn't scuttled it already. Noise Marine shaking it to the ground very quickly. Lictor Alpha with Warrior Brood and Hormagaunts. Triple Hormagaunts into Warriors. Ouch, a lot of nasty melee. He's also got Adrenal Glands up for two of those Hormagaunts. He's going to use the other to run around and cap and harass, I think. And Hobbes-San is struggling to deal with it at the moment. He's gone for Assault Marines against all of that melee stuff. That's very, very risky. Maybe get it out in tier 2 for Merciless Strike, but he wanted some Devastators, I think. We do have a heavy weapon squad from FiSH. Heavy bolter will suppress infantry targets. Dashing power here are the Tyranids, and the crossbow bolt pistol is up for the Inquisitor. She has a lot of ways to control melee squads, and that crossbow bolt pistol will control everything in its radius when you use the crippling volley. Don't need to. Doesn't only stop a single squad, much like the Scout Shotgun Blast. You can deal with an entire army if they bunch up. 500, 385, triple cap for the blue team. Very aggressive opening for Haidran, and I'm sure Hobbes-San wants to get tier 2 and get that Thunderhammer out and go to town on that melee blob. Going for the Power Sword, in fact. Very cheap piece of war gear. 50 DPS power melee with a plasma pistol and improved battle cry. Assault Marines jumping in. There is the cacophony. Took a while to knock down the Assault Marines, as you saw there, because they have a brief period of knockback immunity after they jump, much like I think all of the jump troops. Shotgun Scouts in retreat here. So Haidran He wants to try to avoid blobbing up. It's difficult when you have a bunch of melee units not to blob up, but that shotgun blast will pretty much knock back and suppress the entire army if he's not careful. The Assaultman is really getting close, jumping away without losing a model. That's alright. Force Commander taking shots, and he has the Iron Halo up. Catachans on the field for FiSH on the west side here, taking back their natural. What's that at base? It's the scouts getting their sergeant. Here come double Hormagaunt's going to turn and try and engage the Inquisitor. She crippling volleys some of them, but not all of them. Here are the warriors. 18 DPS power melee can also leap into combat. There you see it. Should have maybe used it on the tactical marines. Now they're in combat with that force commander who's going to town with that power sword. Power melee weapons, of course, doing more damage to heavy infantry, which is what warriors are, but they do get away without a model loss. And now the tactical marines in trouble. There are those deadly feeder tendrils, 63, almost 64 DPS power melee in tier 1 with a self-heal. Very, very nasty stuff. Taking 2 models off those tactical marines, but they do get away. Force Commander now tying up the Noise Marines. Needs to be careful with his heretic usage here. Iron Halo Power Sword Force Commander can do very nasty things to default heretics. There to Cacophony. Allows him to get rid of that Force Commander. And blue team should be able to take mid here. Scouts, oh no, getting shut down by the Noise Marines. Noise Marines are awesome at combating shotgun scouts. Prevents them from throwing a grenade and using their shotguns, obviously. 481, 306. Look at that special attack from the Inquisitor. Has her Rosarius, gets away. Okay, does she? Yes. Look at this. Plague Fist up on the Plague Champion. Now, I can only assume that he's done that for defensive purposes. You can stand around your range blob, use the Pestilent Strike, and then try and run into combat, since your range blob will be mightily protected from all this range stuff that FiSH has. He might get he's gone for Armor of Pestilence, so he might just see him get the Icon of Nurgle and go in to cause havoc and kills rather than to specifically counter something. Usually you'll see the Fist when there's a dangerous melee squad that he wants to stun and then smack around. But it does have various uses. Those defensive uses shouldn't be discounted. We do have a Sparring Champion up on the Chaos Space Marines. They don't have Eternal War though. Here comes a Nurgle Shrine, nicely placed. And the Blastmaster is up, slightly out of range of the Imperial Guardsman. There's some Nurgle worship. Get those Chaos Space Marines behind cover. No, he's backing them away. He knows there's 2 armies here. That Nurgle Shrine now being worshipped, so he can reinforce off it, but he's against 2 players. Here comes a Tyrant Guard for Haidran. He really is going to town with that melee build. Heretics getting way too close. Burned. Blastmaster getting a good shot in. Are they going to be jumped? It's a risky jump. There is Slaughter activated on the Chaos Space Marines. Another nice Blastmaster shot. Inquisitor trying to get in there to tie them up, and she does so. Tactical Marines and Assault Marines forced off though. As expected, we do have the Adrenal Glands up for the Warrior Brood, giving melee synapse to those Hormagaunts. I think they will protect the shrine here. Marutectz takes down the Inquisitor, now a level 2 Plague Champion, taking him up to 13-14 hit points with the Armor of Pestilence. Makes him very slow, as you can see. I think it takes him down to 3.5 speed, maybe even 3. Force Commander capping, and there's a helpful improvised explosive there from the Catachans if something tries to take it back. 467, 251, 1-to-1 cap. Blue team though taking mid for the 2-to-1. Red team still under some VP pressure here. Hobbes-San hasn't got out a tier 2 purchase, was expecting the Dreadnought quickly, and there it is now. He has gone for it. Manticore also could do nasty things to this blob of Tyranids. There is the awesome Tyrant Guard. 2,500 hit points of super heavy infantry armor. Only 55 power this thing to get on the field. Does not have melee resistance and can become very vulnerable if away from Synapse, since it slows it down considerably. But you can support it with the capillary towers and stuff, and it's just awesome in combat. Around 100 DPS heavy melee with a 15 damage splash, I believe it is. Just tear through things. Really good at dealing with assault marines, that's for sure. They don't want to jump into a blob containing a Tyrant Guard. Talk about counter initiation. Hormagaunts getting close, drawing fire. Now we're going to see these two armies engage. There's the melee synapse, of course, granting 40% more health to the Hormagaunts, and the Hobbes-San gets his stuff absolutely mobbed here. Drop the pheromone cloud. Tactical Marines still in combat. Should have retreated them out as soon as they got in there, I think. Here comes the Dreadnought. Such a great anti-melee tool for the Space Marines. Such a powerful one. Going after the Warrior Brood models. 100 DPS heavy melee with the Emperor's Fist that you just saw there. Splash damage as well. Warrior Brood losing 2 of their models. You saw the Synapse Backlash on the Hormagaunts. The Synapse Backlash will damage the Tyrant Guard, I believe, but won't knock it over, obviously, since there's a big lump of Tyranid. Should be able to get away. There's the Capillary Tower to support. Oh, down goes the Lictor Alpha. Saw the difference. You saw the difference that the Dreadnought made there. Completely turned that engagement around. Maybe get some Devastators also, I think. Get that suppression, layer that suppression on. Needs to get past suppression and a Dreadnought if you get those Devastators. 467 174. Still has that power sword. Suppose he doesn't need the Thunderhammer if he's got a Dreadnought stomping around. Venom Brood on the way for Haidran. It's still very risky though to try and engage that Dreadnought with his Tyrant Guard and stuff. Oh, now he's in shield wall. Dreadnought attacking. He might lose this Tyrant Guard immediately here. Well, not immediately. He did some work, but he's going to lose it quickly if he's not careful. Here comes triple Hormagaunts under melee synapse. Merciless Strike used well. As you can see, he's trying to ignore the Dreadnought here, just going after the Assault Marines. Assault Marines do get away though, and now he needs to be very careful. Definitely doesn't want to send his Warrior Brood in there with a melee resistance Dreadnought. It's going to get absolutely torn to shreds and do very little. Here comes the Venom Brood. Really good anti-vehicle damage. Can also provide a ranged synapse, but he's got nothing to benefit from the ranged synapse. Look at the damage they're doing to that Dreadnought. Really do pack a punch, those guys. 447 168, a bit slow to get them moving though. Should have started moving them back towards his base, I think. Now he's caught in a position where he's going to get hit on retreat path if he retreats. Force Commander meanwhile is chasing down the Warrior Brood and doing a good job. Ouch, there's a nice special attack. That wasn't even the Emperor's Fist. Yeah, gets caught. Moved the wrong way. Nice grenade on retreat. Taken out 2 models. Beautifully done. And Haidran looking to be in trouble. Just cannot deal with that Dreadnought. He's gone tier 3 though. 427 168. What's going on east side? Marutectz with some havocs on the field, guarding his VP. Still has the Blastmaster. Still has level 2 kill Space Marines. They now have their Eternal War. Crippling Volley on them. And a Manticore Strike, often combined with Crippling Volley. The Inquisitor can do a lot of that kind of thing. Combine it with a sail as well. And there's Pestilent Strike to help him cap this point. There we go. Stunning the Force Squad, and now we can start smacking on him. Has he got an accessory yet? No. Level 3 Plague Champion sees the Dreadnought and gets the heck out of there. Is he going to get a las cannon or something? The Dreadnought isn't strictly on his side, but it's causing problems here, as you can see. Running after the Noise Marines, I think. Yep, smack. Is he going to get a model? Smack, yes. Some Nurgle worship to help them retreat, but they should be fine. 423 155. Red team taking mid. And I sense things shifted when that Dreadnought came on the field big time, but now we have a Land Raider Phobos on the way from Marutectz, and that will easily outshoot this Dreadnought from range. A good push, but didn't bash any power here. Now he's trying to flame them down with a wrist-mounted flamer on the Dreadnought. Here comes a Plague Champion. Can do something to the Dreadnought with the Plague Fist, but not a huge amount. Haidran is there to support. Nice. Oh, reliable on the Chaos Space Race. Just a range that thing has. Not bad at all. It's Capillary Tower. Tyrant Guard back in play. Has he leveled up? Not quite. Tactical Marines do not want to mess with that. Shrine goes down. Crippling Volley is going to be really powerful here. Look at that. Got Double Hormigons and Warriors, and Manticore forces them to retreat. Beautiful play from the Inquisitor. Such a simple thing. Crippling volley into Manticore, but completely won the engagement here without even hitting with the Manticore. Just forced everything off. What's this? Terminatus, yes, it's Assault Terminators on the field for Hobbes-San. Marcus Inch. Las Cannon runs away. Phobos now needs to be a little bit careful. These Assault Terminators doing, I imagine, around 80 DPS heavy melee with those hammers. Phobos can use the Dirge Pass, and there it is. Stunning the Assault Terminators. Needs to not get that close though. Kind of blundered into them there. Might want to get some Marcus in CSM now that he's seen those Assault Terminators. Needs to keep the Phobos moving, that's for sure. Las Cannon will set up and will actually do a lot of damage to these Assault Terminators. These guys cannot retreat, but they can teleport away. Usually you see it used defensively. There we go, teleporting away, but they do need to heal up big time now. Don't think that push was quite worth it. Dreadnought needs repairs, trying to get behind this line of sight blocker here. 375131. Vanguard veterans on the field for Hobbes-San. First Company Assault Marines with power weapons, Thunderhammer, Lightning Claw, and 2 power swords. They are really cool. Repairs for the Dreadnought. Good thing about having Imperial Guard allies is their awesome repairs. That is a Spore Mine drop. Nicely done by Haidran. Emperor's Fist on the Tyranid blob, and a sail coming into play, forcing them off. Can they finish off this Dreadnought here? Surely they can, they do. And now they're going to town on these Terminators. Cannot use that teleport again. Trying to keep his Venom Brood in play because they're actually doing a lot of damage to these Terminators here. Tactical Marines need to be careful. Manticore's obviously awesome at taking down Land Raiders. They do a lot of damage to vehicles, and Land Raiders are generally big, slow targets. Leaving Rust on the way. Might see the Vanquisher cannon to try and hunt down this Phobos. Going to be risky though. Phobos packing a real punch here. Plague Champion is a repair commando, so he can support his Phobos with repairs. Looks like he's more interested in his VP right now. 305131. Red team's natural guarded by some Catachans. Blue team's natural relatively quiet also. Vanguard veterans jumping in, unable to knock down the Plague Champion because of the Armor of Pestilence. Uses Pestilence Strike and flees. Didn't want the Vanguard veterans to start smacking on him. Ouch, they are hit, they are eating shots though left and right. Blastmaster's done well so far. Might want to bring it up slightly so that it's covering the VP a little bit better. We have some fully upgraded guardsmen with the Commissar leader and the Guardsman leader. The Commissar leader increasing the damage of the squad, I believe. Not to mention being pretty damn good in combat himself, especially close combat compared to the other guardsmen. Manticore Strike hitting the Phobos pretty nicely there. Repairs from a Heretic squad. What is this? A auto cannon? Yes it is. Ouch. Shredding some Heretics there. Plague Champion needs to come back on the field and repair his Phobos. There we go. Maybe get another Heretic squad up and worship, since Nurgle worship now heals vehicles. 297131 kicking off west side. Tyranid pushing with a Thornpack Carnifex. He has kept this melee theme going, hasn't he? Tyrant Guard did go down incidentally around here, I believe. Carnifex going to get shot down. We'll do a good job versus the Assault Terminators because it has that melee resistance now. 1650 hit points. And he's fighting against 2, so he actually retreats out. Could have just backed away, I think. But he's retreating out fully. And Red Team will take their natural back. Red Team looking pretty dangerous here. Looking a bit more mobile, a bit more focused. 297122. Blue Team seem to be separated a lot here. Carnifex is mid. Here comes the Phobos now pushing against the Lehman Rush, trying to get rear arm hits. Smack. Is he going to chase it down? No. What was that? Was that an all reliable or an improvised explosive going off? The Heretics actually got inside the Phobos there. 289, 122. Missile launcher getting hits. He needs some support, Marutectz. Where is Haidran? He's going west side again, so Marutectz needs to fight his own battles. He's floating huge, absolutely huge amounts of resources. Not sure what he's waiting for. Get up some Plague Marines. Generally a great late game unit. Help you cap, help you hold positions, help you deal with large targets. Maybe he wants... Yeah, I assume he's waiting for the red to get some Chaos Terminators up. That's what he's waiting for. Uh-oh, full squad with the Power Fist. Gonna go straight after that Phobos. Wow, Lascannon getting a direct hit on the full squad's jaw there. There is the Flesh over Steel. Pestilence Strike stunning the Assault Terminators momentarily. But now the Phobos is in real trouble here. Gets away, and there's the Dirge Caster to save it. Nicely done. There was Aura of Decay to knock down those Tactical Marines. Phobos not completely out of trouble. He could just march those Assault Terminators into base. They won't be suppressed by those base turrets. Vanguard Veteran dropping models. He uses the teleport for his Assault Terminators. He really wants to take down this Phobos, and he is going to here. They're not going to be able to repair the damage. Now he needs to try and get away. We do have Marco Zinch Chaos Space Marines who will do loads of damage to those Assault Terminators, and look at this Chosen Plague Marines as a late game purchase from Marutectz. That is awesome. Actually doing a really good job against those Assault Terminators there with hammers. Doing 18 DPS power melee, I believe, with a damage over time effect that will stack up, and some plasma pistols that seem to do some pretty good damage, and he's going to actually take out these Assault Terminators with the help of Haidran. Awesome. Chosen Plague Marines doing work. Got half a level there from that. So that was actually good in the end. Took out the Assault Terminators, killed a bunch of Marines, did lose his Phobos, but now he's getting another one, and now he has some Chosen Plague Marines. Needs to be careful with his CSM, does get them out. Here's a Predator tank. Don't have much in the way of ranged aims to vehicle, especially if that Lascannon is still back there. It needs to bring it up and needs to get that Phobos on the field. There's a Noxious Cloud from the global bar of the Plague Champion. Chosen Plague Marines just marching forward under fire. Do not give a crap about your guns. 2250 hit points at level 1. You're going to eat a Manticore Strike though. Ouch. And their Death Explosion does actually heal them themselves, unlike regular Plague Marines. 175, 122. Orbital catches the Warriors, but he's made the mistake, the common mistake, of blobbing up his beams there. But he does take out the Warriors. There we go. And that's a big blow for Haidran, because those guys were leveled up. And Synapse actually gets better as the Synapse creature levels. 175, 114. Heretics taking tons of shots. Need to retreat out, and they do. Vanguard Veterans with a Power Fist equipped now. Phobos taking its sweet time to get on the field. Land Raiders have a really long build time. I think it's like 75 seconds or something. But it's on the field, and so is a Swarm Lord. Keeping that melee theme going. Venom Brood, the only ranged unit he got for the entire game. Not sure what this Carnifex is doing here. 175.97. Here's the Swarm Lord, granting a speed and reinforcement synapse to all of Haidran's stuff. And he does have the Endless Swarm upgrade on his Hormagaunts, so that they are up to 10 models. At level 3, doing some serious damage, those 10 models, I think. 175.85. Haidran's getting away. They've done actually quite well for FiSH, harassing and disrupting and being annoying. Manticore Strike on the blob of Tyranids. Ouch. They can reinforce off that Swarm Lord. Those Swarm Lord taking tons of damage here. Needs to be careful. Trying to formation. Nicely done. Only hit one of those squads though. Oh, hit someone retreat, I think. 175.68. Here's that Phobos. And that's a dead Tactical Marine squad, I think. Yes. Chosen Plague Marines using the Nurgle's Rot to get some Tactical Marine zombies. Awesome. Now they're capping. Chosen Plague Marines doing really well for Marutectz. Awesome to see them. Leman Russ getting chased down. One more shot from those, from pretty much anything will take it down. It's got 14 hit points here, and he stopped it. Big mistake. Needs to keep it moving. Oh no, Phobos backs away. Big mistake. Leman Russ lives. 175.60. Is that going to come back to haunt them here? Hobbes-San is very, very much depleted. It's got to be a victory for blue team, surely. Unless they get caught out by natural decaps and stuff. Here comes the Inquisitor trying to harass this VP. Plague Champion level 6 has the Mucus Discharge now. Heretics level 2. Done really well for him in general. Got him out of trouble when he needed to. 175.44. Carnifex marching around the mid. There's a rocket run. Actually retreated into it. Ouch. Everything lives though. Everything lives. 175.36. CSM level 4. How often do we see Marcus Inc. CSM at level 4 in a team game? It happens so often. They're so killy. Chosen Plague Marines are going to go after the Catechins. Manticore Striker here forces a full retreat from Haidran, and that could be vital. He's completely off the field here. Double Manticores. 175.22. It's not over yet. Chosen Plague Marines dropping a model, almost level 3. Fighting a Power Fist force when they do force him off, but he does live. And now the Plague Champion can retake his VP. Red team though are capping mid. Carnifex going after the Leman Russ. Getting some rear armor hits with that Phobos. Wow. Not going after the Manticores there. Phobos needs to push up slightly and go after the Manticores. They might not be able to see them as we can. 147.22. Some more Havocs. Where are they going? Are they going for the cap? They are. Phobos needs to get on that Leman Russ. Doesn't want it hanging on. Oh wow. Takes it down a rear armor hit somehow there. What's this? It's the Lictor Alpha. Does he have... No, he doesn't have the Lone Hunter or whatever it's called. The Adrenal Glands Pheromone Steel. 137.22. Blue team just need to cap and hold, and they are taking red team's natural here. Sensing that Hobbes-San was a little thin, Haidran comes here to go after his VP. The Lictor Alpha is going to go down, I think. No. Oh yes, he does go down. The special for the Power Fist is not tracking, which is why I didn't hit him there. 137.17. Plague Champion taking mid, and that should be it. That should be the victory for the blue team. Actually going to get a triple here and see out the game. There you have it. Hobbes-San in the end making a big mistake, sent in his assault terminators, I should say, into base after the Phobos. He got the Phobos, but he lost the assault terminators and the Dreadnought, which was... Well, he lost the Dreadnought earlier, didn't he? Lost the assault terminators, which was a massive blow for him. And another Phobos came rolling out. Marutectz very strong on the east side. Haidran with his melee blob of death, complemented by some Venom Brood, did quite well. I mean, I was totally expecting the Thunderhammer, but he never got it. Dreadnought did well when it came out, but eventually went down. I suppose that was expected. Lictor Alpha was level 4 at the end. The Plague Champion level 6. Level 6 Force Commander with Artificer, Power Fist, and Iron Halo also had the Power Sword. Inquisitor level 6. Mandate was on the way to help her cap, I assume. Also had Liber Heresius, Excruciators, which are awesome, and the Crossbow Bolt Pistol. Some nice Manticore setups by her. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.